know the answer to this, but who's your favorite musician?
You had to ask. Well,
Of
it's
course,
definitely
because we're going to be talking about
John
this.
Mayer. John Mayer in any time of my life, it will be John Mayer.
Me too. And I
Um,
discovered it because you were playing music of his in one of your reels.
I
I was like,
try, and yeah, I know. I found I like when people cover his songs because his songs are very complex if you want to
mm-hmm.
play them on the piano.
Mm.
Um, I can sort of play part of one of his songs on Continuum, um, but they're very complicated,
Yeah.
which it's
What's your
unsurprising.
favorite song of his, you think? Or at least top three or two?
That's really hard. People ask me this. My dad asked me because he's also a John Mayer fan. He's like a newer
Aw.
fan because I took him to one concert. And
Aw.
ever since that concert, it's
That's
been
awesome.
John Mayer. That's all I listen to, Grace. That's what I hear from him. Like,
Aw. Cute.
so to pick a specific song, um, probably from his Continuum album, I just, out of all the albums, I love them equally. But if you said I could only listen to one, it would have to be Continuum
I think me
because
too.
that song, I mean, that whole album is just so deep, like, in
Mm-hmm.
that right up my
Yeah.
alley. Um, but I love Stop This Train. That
Oh,
song
see
is just
that?
so,
That's in my top three. So
yeah.
Assassin is not on that one though. Is
No,
Assassin on?
that's
No. That's on
Battle Studies.
Battle Studies. I always think it should be on
That's,
Continuum because I really love Continuum. Continuum,
yeah.
you can continue playing it. No, no, that's just
Yes.
one that you just can play. Oh, it's so stupid. You can play over and over.
Yeah.
No, Continuum is really, yeah, Stop This Train, Assassin. I also I also really love the submarine one.
Oh, Walt Grace.
Raw Grace.
The one,
That song
that's off
kills
the Born
me.
and Raised, I
Yeah.
think.
Yep.
Yeah, Born and Raised, Continuum, Battle Studies. Those are probably the three
Yeah.
ones that I find myself listening to more,
Mm-hmm.
even though I listen to everything. But
Yeah. I have
have
to
you
ask you
seen him
this. But
live? Oh, sorry.
yes.
Go ahead.
No, but yes, and we were going to go into that because I have
Okay.
sort of stories. I've not met him, but anyway. But so this random evening, this was a long time ago. I don't even know, probably early 2000-ish is something like that. Before
Yeah.
2010.
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I, we weren't married or engaged at the time, I don't think. And MTV, watching MTV, which I don't even do anymore. And
Oh my
this thing
gosh.
came on called John Mayer
Yeah.
Has a TV Show.
Yes, I remember
Okay,
this.
you've seen it. You
Yeah,
are
yeah.
like there. Anytime when I mention this to you, they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, did
Those
we
were the
imagine
golden
it?
days.
That
Those
was
were the golden
so.
days of MTV. Like,
That
you
was
know.
so funny. And one time on like something else, like on VH1 or something like that, they
Mhm.
played a blurb from that show. That is
Mhm.
so. That was hysterical. So okay, I had to ask you that. That's amazing.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, yes, I've seen him. I think it was, I was talking to my husband three times. The first time I went was me and my husband. He was great. Second time I went, I ended up, I just remembered this today. I went with one of my friends and I was engaged and I didn't have a bachelorette party. I don't think I really
Mhm.
wanted one. Um, Even though I'll go to them. I have no problem, but I didn't, I don't think I had one. So she was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I made a sign for him that said something like, 'Kiss me, the bride to be.'" And I
Oh
just
my god.
remember this. I was like, "Oh my God." We were holding it up and jumping, and he did address it, but I could barely hear him. And he was like,
Oh my.
"Oh, bride, kiss the bride, or kiss the bride to be," or something. He goes, "I would, but I'm taken." And I think at the time, I think he was dating Jennifer Aniston, maybe something
Oh,
like
okay. So
around
that's
their
been
time.
yeah, that's a while ago, I think.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
Oh, yeah. It was
know.
a long time ago. So
Yeah.
then the last time I saw him, gosh, I still don't even know how long ago this was. It was definitely probably like 10 years ago. Um,
Mhm.
okay, my friend and I, a colleague of mine at school, we bought the tickets and we got like, we were on, I don't even remember where we saw him. I think Bethel Woods, actually, the famous Bethel Woods, where the original, yeah, it was Bethel Woods. The original Woodstock was. Um, and we had like pretty decent seats, and
Mm-hmm.
we bought the tickets way ahead of time. They were for the summer. I think we got them like months months in advance. And my birthday's in May. My husband says, I got you front row tickets to that John Mayer concert. And I was like,
Oh my
I like started
god.
to cry. And it was through, because he doesn't as much anymore, but he works on cars. He sells cars and he works on them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
he would try to, barter with people. And someone he knew was very good friends with his manager. And
Mm-hmm.
I actually had her number in my phone just in case there was a problem. And the woman who was friends with the manager like told Dave, she's like, she cannot call her, like, no matter what. So I was like paranoid. I was somehow going to butt dial this
Yeah.
woman and be an idiot, but
Right.
I didn't. So we get there, we get our tickets.
Yeah.
They were front row center, dead
Oh my.
center. I was like,
I would have like I don't know what I would do.
I was like, we're not moving. Like, I didn't go to the bathroom. Like, I never left the spot.
Yeah.
Train, this is how long ago this was. Train opened up for him.
Oh wow.
And they
You
were
never hear
really,
about them
I
anymore.
know, and they were really good. The
Mm-hmm.
guy they brought like young girls, kind of weird. No, some girls up on
Yeah.
stage, but that were nice, like nothing, and had them there dancing. He was really looking at the crowd and everything. And then, obviously, and then John Mayer came on and he was excellent. And there were people
Yeah.
next to us, a couple, and they were like, did you win the tickets? And I was like, no, we got them, through somebody who knew somebody. And this woman had she was in like his VIP thing, and she was winning tickets and trying to get the front row ticket, like worked very hard. So she was in this like
Yeah.
hardcore fan club to get the front row
Mm-hmm.
tickets. It's hard because I'm like, I don't think I could see him again unless I get.
You gotta get good seats. Like, no. I'm the same. Like, if I could afford front row, I would have been in front row. But
Right.
we were always like on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
One time we were like, I would say at least 6 feet away from the
Mm-hmm.
stage, but we were like on the side.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Yeah.
something I always wanted to see him live. I didn't get to see him live until like 2017. That's when I took my dad with me.
Aw.
And it's just a whole different John
Yeah.
Mayer when you see him
Yes,
live. I mean, you think he's
definitely.
good on the album,
Yeah.
but you haven't really seen
Yeah.
him or heard him if you haven't
Do
seen him
you
in
get
concert.
do you get hate from other women at all when you say? Because I do. When I say I love him, I get like, I'm like, I'm not marrying him. I don't know why you're acting like I'm gonna date him.
Yeah,
Or
I
something.
know.
No.
Like I have gotten some looks but that was more of like in high school when I was listening to him
Really?
in college. And
No, I get
and
it
I was
as
like,
a woman in my 40s.
yeah. Oh, well, I just don't care, I guess.
No, it's just funny to me. I'm like, why are you so mad about?
Yeah, and like
Well, he's pissed, people off with things he said about people he's
yeah, I
dated and
know.
stuff.
And
So
what
it's
like
yeah.
I don't even like think about that. I like
Right.
his music because
Me too.
that's what I think
Yeah.
he wants everyone to know
Yeah.
about is his music.
Yes.
And like I think a lot of people now they don't know who he is. I mean, because
No.
like when he first came out, like when you turn on the radio, you would hear a John Mayer song.
Yeah.
Now I don't know because I don't have radio capability in my car now. But when I did, it was like I never heard a song from him on the
No.
mainstream radio.
I'm old school. I still have radio because I get my cars for free from my husband, and I have to have old cars because he's a car guy. So I have radio.
I mean,
they don't play John Mayer. Unless on the light station, maybe sometimes.
Yeah, like I don't have satellite radio. Like I could turn on the FM, but I refuse. I still listen to CDs. Like I still have a CD player in my car. And I will as long as I can.
Mine has a CD player in it, yes, too.
So I'm
My
old
last car had a
time, I
tape player in
guess.
it. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I gotta draw the line there.
I was like, whatever, it's free.
Yeah.
But Yeah. 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 He's not, I know. Well, he's been playing with Dead and Company, which I think they did their last tour this summer.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
he finished that, and I've seen him. Fortunately, I've seen him 4 times,
Nice.
and uh, and counting. I'd like to think.
Yeah.
I haven't met him. I'm not sure if I
Oh,
want to.
oh.
Um,
Eh,
because sometimes you meet
yeah.
someone that you look up to, and it's like not what you
And they're
imagine.
rude
So
or something. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
it's
so
the those front row tickets we got. I don't know why. Oh, no, was it that one? No. Well, when my husband and I went, was that one? No, sorry, I'm messing this up. The second time I went with my friend and I was getting married, my husband had
hmm
gotten the tickets through a guy who worked at a radio station, and
hmm
he said, "Oh, they asked me." I don't know why he told him, and then I don't know why my husband told me because I was like, "Why did you even tell me this?" That they asked, "Oh, what is the ticket holder like? What do they do at the radio station? I'll set up a meet and greet for her." And he was like, "Oh, she doesn't work at." I'm like, "Why?" First of all, why are you telling this? And why didn't you just say I worked? God, I'm like, what?
Oh my,
Yeah, after the fact, I'm like,
oh
really?
my, that's
Anyway,
about right.
anywho, wasn't meant to be. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah.